Welcome to the Earth Games UK board game competition, where you can discover the wonderful world of insects by designing and making brilliant board games for our competition.
Hi, we're Emily and Rubio, and we are going to take you through designing and making your own board game for the Earth Games UK competition. So we've been busy drawing and making and modelling and building all sorts of board games, haven't we? We've made all sorts of creatures and lots of different versions. We've made some silly games that haven't worked very well. We've made some games that were really complicated, and we made some games that were really good fun to play. We're going to share some of our ideas and some of our making processes with you, so hopefully we give you lots of ideas and lots of inspiration to make your own. The competition is based on 3 insects. Can you introduce them, Roo? What have we got?
We have the dung beetle.
Yeah, and this is the hoverfly buzzing in, and this one is the mayfly.
Yes.
And we'll also be telling you a little bit about each of those insects, which might help you think about the strategy of your board game and the characters that might be in your board game as well. But first of all,
You've got to register. So first of all, register online. So you'll not only be able to enter the competition, but you'll also be able to access lots of our creative resources. So go to www.earthgames.uk, and don't forget the competition deadline is the 10th of July. Step 1, research. Research is looking into what board games already exist and also learning about our amazing insects. Think about the games you really enjoy. How are they played? What are the rules? And how do you win? What is really fun about them? What would you change if you could? Now, let's take a look at the Earth Games website, where we have brought together lots of information about making board games and also about our 3 insects, the dung beetle, the hoverfly and the mayfly. A good place to start is by drawing or writing about these insects. You could get a big sheet of paper and write and draw everything you can find out about these insects. The 3 insects are the dung beetle, the hoverfly and the mayfly. They all have very different behaviour, they have different lifespans and they look very different. See if you can find out some amazing facts about what these insects do, which might give you some ideas for a board game. Drawing these insects can help you understand how they move, what their bodies look like, how many legs they have, and what their behaviour is like. You don't have to be an expert artist. You can doodle or even use one of our colouring in sheets from the website. Step 2, brainstorming. This is when you can write and draw your wild and wacky ideas out on a big sheet of paper. Draw colourfully, think about what you find fun, and this step is best done with at least 2 people. Brainstorming can be as rough and messy as you like. No one will see it. Are you starting to get some game ideas? Write these down as well. Rue and I drew each insect really quickly and wrote down some things that they do. Did you know that hoverfly young eat green fly, which are a pest for gardeners? Brainstorming can help you decide which insect you choose for your board game. Maybe you've already chosen your favourite insect. Can some of the things that it does be made into a board game? Step 3, choose your best idea. How do you choose which idea is best? You might have already chosen, or maybe you have lots of great ideas, in which case you could ask yourself which insect interests you most and which idea is the most interesting for a board game. Step 4, build a rough-up. A rough-up is a quick, rough trial of your board game, so you can see what it's like to play your game. Use basic materials like card and paper, plus anything else you might find around the house, like plastic bottles and lids, and pens and pencils, glue and paint, even twigs and leaves and pebbles. Don't forget to make playing pieces or counters too. You could use cardboard, bottle tops, clay, pebbles, or many other things, including Lego or Fimo. Making a three-dimensional board game can be a bit complicated, but really fun to play. We've put lots of ideas on our blog on the Earth Games UK website, including making dung beetle tunnels from toilet rolls and a big fish mouth that eats mayflies. You can build up lots of different versions and slowly develop your game and the strategy or the rules of the game. And of course, now you can try playing your game. This is the really fun bit. Invite your family to come and help you play it. Step 5. Improve your game. If you're happy with your game, you can make a final version that looks really great. What worked well with your game? What was really fun? You can make all the changes you want to the strategy, which is how you play the game and how you win the game. What didn't work so well? Was it exciting or boring? Was it simple or complicated? Did bits break or not work like you imagined they would? What would you like to change? What is your game strategy? What are the rules and how would you win the game? How many people can play? Are there any elements of risk, like wild cards or squares to land on that send you back to the start of the game? Are there elements of skill and learning, like answering questions about your chosen insect? You can go to town making and decorating your board game. Are you going to use bright colours, detailed drawings, lots of different levels? Here's a short video showing how Rue and I developed a dung beetle game.
Hello, I'm Emily and this is Rubio. And
Hello.
we're going to take you through our board game, which is based on the dung beetle. This was our very first one, wasn't it, Rue?
Yes.
And we thought we'd do a game where the dung beetle has to collect bits of dung and take it back to its home. But we didn't think this was very exciting, did we? So we did a new one, which was much more complicated. So this was our next one. And this one we tried playing, and we made some playing pieces. Rubio, do you want to show the playing pieces? So these were the sections of poo that the dung beetle would collect and put in its home. So we made lots. We made some out of clay as well. And you can see we haven't really finished the board yet. We just wanted to try it out and see how it would work. And then we also made a big dung beetle on a ball of dung, and that was a very nice playing piece, wasn't it?
Yes.
So you'd roll the dice. So if you roll the dice. So the orange was roll again. Okay. And then the blue one was jump over a bad square. So there's meet a worm, miss a go. Meet a bird, miss a go. Drop your ball, miss a go. So lots of good things and lots of bad things that might happen to you on the way. And then we made some other dung beetle playing pieces with stones, just so we could play with 3 of us. And then the next stage, so we played this and it was really fun, wasn't it? It was quite a good game. And then we thought we'd try making a really fancy board, but we haven't got very far with this yet.
No.
So the dung beetle can collect dung on the surface and then go down the tunnels into the earth and take the dung into its tunnel where it might use the dung to raise its young. And those are our board games. Bye!
Well done, you've made your very own game. Now it's time to enter the competition. First of all, take loads of photos of your whole game. Include all the details as well. Then you can write down the rules and how you can win the game. Now you're ready to enter your game with the photos and the rules on the Earth Games website, which is www.earthgames.uk. We are really looking forward to seeing all of your amazing designs and all of your wonderful ideas. Good luck and have fun. If you've got any questions about the competition, about your insects, or about making a board game, stay with us now for a live question and answer session.